All right. It is day 95, road to a million. I'm house sitting right now. So, a little bit different location. House is nice, I would say. I don't know why he's barking. But, yeah, edited a video today. It's kind of, I guess, a little vacation for myself right now, in a sense. Don't have a whole lot right now. Did just watch this movie called Pain Hustler, or it was about a pharmaceutical company that Xanner, I believe, Zann, Xana. They were giving fentanyl to people, which is highly addictive. The woman, she ended up doing the right thing at the end. It's just kind of crazy to think how much greed and corruption is actually out there in the world. Trying to do it in the right way is the right way to do things. Takes longer to build, I would say. Does avoid from obviously going to jail, which is great. Maybe it's not so obvious to everybody. I don't have much for you guys today. It's odd not being here, doing something else, I guess, I suppose. I just figure if I'm out there, I promise I was going to make these videos. Promise I was going to make these videos every single day for a year. So, that's what we're doing. No matter where we're at, still going to take some time to record one of these. Spend a lot of time editing my most recent video as well. And I think I genuinely think it's really good. Like, there's areas to improve. There always will be. My thumbnail is something that I'm kind of drawing a little bit of a blank on. I have a decent title. People's take on kindness content was something that I was thinking about. So I might do that. And then maybe I can have like an image, because it is kind of getting people's take on kindness content and then showing how some people think it's cringe, other people think it's good, some people act upon it while others don't. And it's just a matter of you being able to be the judge of it yourself by thinking critically. So I think there's something there. I actually know there's something there. It's been quite fun editing it, because I added in subtitles, did a full fancy title, because there's a theory in marketing and advertising where they talk about how it takes 90 seconds, I believe. Well, you've spent 80 cents of your dollar within the first 10 seconds, within the headline, within the first 10 to 15 seconds. Same thing applies to videos, like YouTube videos. You're spending 80 cents of your dollar within the first 10 to 15 seconds, and if you can't hook the viewer within that amount of time, they're just going to click and go on to something else. So the initial hard part is just getting the viewer on and watching the video. Once they're on and watching the video, it's a whole lot easier to be able to get them to want to continue watching the video. And that's where you can add in some small little bits and pieces of maybe you do a bit here or a bit there, you cut the camera angle, or you cut the camera angle here, or you give a different story, or you go to a different location, you use a sound effect, you use music, you use text on screen to be able to grab the attention of the viewer again. Because there's no such thing as too long, only too boring. And that's why my main focus right now is just doing videos as Dave Dobrik did. And I think I might have said that on day 91 or something like that, possibly, where it's just right around the 4-minute 20 mark, which is incredibly difficult to do, surprisingly, because it's I have to tell the story within the 4 minutes and 20 seconds. And it's sometimes it's a little too short, and it's oh, well, I could add this in. And then it's well, now it's too long. It's okay, well, now I need to cut this out. So it's making me use the exact parts and pieces that are crucial to the story, compared to just pushing everything in there and being okay, this is what I need to do to be able to tell the story. As my audience grows and as the subscriber base and the fans grow along with the content, then at that point in time, I can start to do a little bit. I can experiment more with longer form videos and shorter form videos, more longer form videos at that point in time, where I can do things a little bit different. As of right now, it's just that 4-minute, 20-minute mark, 4-minute and 20-second mark, because it makes it so that I have to keep the story concise and in place. And that's why I like this thing that I think I was showing you the other day, where it's just there's this whole drawing. it's the planning that I do. So like I went out and I filmed the video, and then I was like, okay, well, what's the story that I want to tell afterwards? And that's where I wrote down this whole thing. So it's the way my mind works. It's the way that I kind of had to do things, asking questions, having like the storytelling arc, which I do. I would say that I did a pretty good job at giving like the exposition, and then it's like, all right, here's the rise in action, like everything's good, and then it's like, all right, we got the top mark where it's like, yeah, I do positive things. Here's me handing out notes, and then it's like, all right, well, here's some people think that is cringe, and then it's like, well, at the end, like it is spreading some positivity, some good. It does restore faith in humanity. So I think it's a good story. I genuinely do think that it's a very good story. I was gonna be editing and like exporting it and editing it, exporting and uploading it today. Something was happening with the export for some odd reason, and some of the subtitles I ended up misspelling, so I needed to re-export the video. And then, yeah, I'm still trying to figure out the thumbnail. I'd like to be able to have the video uploaded and published by tomorrow, if not latest on Friday, is my thought. I don't even know what day this is being uploaded. I think it's like the 20. Oh, well, this is on Tuesday. So the video that I'm releasing, like I'm recording this on a Wednesday, so I would like for it to be uploaded by Friday at the latest. It's kind of my take. The title I think is good. I'm gonna sleep on it and see what else we can come up with. But people's take on kindness content will make sense to the right audience, and other people will be like, maybe they'll be like, huh, what is kindness content? And then they'll click on it, be like, oh, okay, that's what kindness content is. And if I can create a thumbnail too that kind of relates both concepts or ideas in one, where it's kind of showing like the kindness content along with like just other aspects of it, I think there might be something there. Yeah, this video is going to do good as well too. I'm enjoying this process a lot. I really am. It's funny, I'm getting people to reach out to me on all these different platforms and places and being like, hey, yeah, I can help you here, I can help you there. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool, sweet, thank you. So that's pretty exciting. Yeah, just building a community fan base. And I ended up going on a walk with one of my friends today, and I was kind of giving her like the rundown of my coaching, and she's like, well, that was really good. Like, you actually got me thinking and pondering around what sort of topic that I wanted to do, because the other night I kind of came to realize that there were maybe still have been some intrusive thoughts that I've had. Subtle. They're very subtle. And removing those and realizing that to be able to grow, you kind of have to give yourself self-compassion, which I didn't really understand that at first. So it's like, if I can give myself self-compassion of the things that I have done and realize that it's me taking care of like my younger self and just sitting there with him in the quiet, and whenever he's ready to communicate, and this can be like the inner man, your past self, however you want to look at time can be looked at in many different avenues and ways. If you want to explore this concept a little bit further, I'd highly recommend you check out Arrival. The movie's fantastic. And then possibly read another book. I was trying to think of one. I can't remember the name of it. It's something around the cosmic intelligence, because like time is not law. That may make sense to a couple of you. Maybe others it won't. And that's okay, because in due time it will make sense. So, yeah. If there's anything that you guys are curious about, wondering, just leave a comment. Like, I'll always answer those. We can always do like coaching or something like that together as well if needed. Yeah, I think that's about it. Oh, yeah, the walk with my friend. I was going through the whole life coaching thing with her and asking her questions, and she's like, wow, I never really thought about it, because she had a question about how she would keep friends. Like, she's like, oh, this one friend of mine is annoying me. And I was like, yeah, okay, I get it. She was like, yeah, she just goes on and on about how expensive groceries are. And I was like, yeah, I can understand that. And I'm like, there's nothing wrong with her talking about that. And I was like, what if instead of you trying to change her, you just change your perspective around what she was doing? So instead of thinking like, oh, yeah, she's complaining a lot, be like, well, maybe there was something of value within these 30 minutes that she's talking about. And maybe all the things that she's talking about that she doesn't like, maybe those are just things that I need to change within ourselves. So I've talked about this on a couple of other videos, and I'm getting better at describing this. At least I like to believe that I am. And you guys can probably vouch for this down in the comments below as well. There's a concept that all you got to do is change yourself. If you change yourself, everything around you will start to change. It's really that simple. So you can think that people are having problems with you or whatever it may be, and as soon as you change your perception of yourself and the perception that you have of that person in your head, everything is going to change. It's how it works. I have yet to figure out how, and I probably never will, because the how just takes care of itself. I did a podcast on that a couple weeks ago. Well, about a week ago. It's so nice being able to do this every single day and allowing all my brain capacity to go towards creating something that I truly want to create, which I thoroughly enjoy. And I just like how it's people are coming around. And by people, it's like I'm coming around. I'm starting to see that this is something that I can do. And it feels good. It feels really, really, really good. I've had confidence. There's just a point in time where I don't think I truly believed in my confidence, because it became foreign to me. People would be like, oh, yeah, you're confident. I was like, oh, yeah, okay. And I'm starting to realize that most people, they can't approach strangers like I do. Most people can't communicate with other people. Most people won't make phone calls. Most people won't post on Instagram. A lot of people won't do YouTube content, won't go out of their way to overcome their fears. So it's like I never really thought about that as confidence, and now I'm starting to see that, hey, this is confidence. This is part of who I am, and this is along with the strength, the confidence, the willingness to never give up, because anybody that's wanting to achieve anything is going to be told, oh, only a small percentage of people ever make it. The reason why only a small percentage of people ever make it is because the people that do make it, they never give up. They keep going. They never stop. The people that don't make it, they're just like, this is too much work, and they just stop. And they just sit there, and they get stuck in the rut of, I'm working here, I'm doing this, I'm having this normal job, even if it doesn't fulfill me. That's what they do. Whereas the people that succeed, they never stop. They never stop moving. They just keep going one step at a time. And that's my motto, is just one step at a time. I'll get to the destination when the destination arrives. And once I'm at the destination, I'm just going to keep taking one step at a time. I'm not going to stop. I'm just going to keep walking. Just get to one place. It's like, okay, start walking in a different direction. Oh, okay. Well, that was fun. Now let's walk a different direction. Okay, that was a nice view. I like the shot. All right, let's just keep walking another direction. That's the great thing, you guys, is I just keep walking. No matter where I go, is just one foot in front of the other, in front of the other, in front of the other. And that's how I know that I'm going to be okay. And anybody that enjoys the journey more than the destination, you guys will also be okay. So I'm not worried. I'm not stressed. I'm not giving up. All I can say is I'm going to go 10 times harder, and it's going to be a lot more. I can't wait to share this with you guys, which I am. I'm sharing it right now. So I'm looking forward to seeing what the rest of this year brings, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.